Oh look, it looks like I have boobs. Ooh. Okay, we can't put that in. Maybe I will. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna give you 5 of my top tips for online dating. This is gonna be fun. So before we get into it, now everyone knows I'm online dating, which is a good time, really. Like, you meet some really interesting people. I've made some great friends out of it too. So who said online dating is just for dates? Really? All right, so we're gonna get into these tips. We're gonna start with the most basic one. And you know, you're gonna be like, obviously Oprah, but make sure you stick around because there's some pretty good tips here, I guess. I've actually done some resourcing for once in my lifetime, and I've asked some people that I know that are online dating as well as using my own experiences. And so we just came up with the best sort of tips that we could, and I'm gonna share it with you guys. So this may be actually the last video you see on this camera as well, because I have rented a different camera. We'll discuss that in another video, but hopefully the autofocus is better than this thing because I can see it zooming in and out, but you guys will deal with that for now. So tip number 1 is an obvious one, but you know, sometimes y'all aren't that smart and like, you don't follow this. Always meet up in a public place the first time. And you know, try not to make it too close to home. Do you know what I mean? What if they're creeping? What if they're stalking? What if they're weird? You know what I mean? So you want to make it in a public place. But when I say public place, I don't mean like invite them out clubbing, because then you're kind of stuck with that person all night. And what if someone else sparks your interest? That's going to be getting into another sort of tip that we're onto. But yeah, so my first one is always meet in a public place and make it like in the middle of where you guys live. So say they live there and they live there, meet here, because then like neither of you can get real stalkery. Unless you're the stalkery person, then like, I don't know, try to meet them near their house. I don't know what you guys are into. Tip 2 is have animals in your photos. Okay, so if you don't like animals, have something in your photos that's a good discussion, like a good topic starter. Don't just have selfies or whatever. Have something that's a little bit interesting. You need a little bit of an icebreaker, otherwise the line is just, hey, how's it going? Do you know what I mean? So try to have something interesting in your photos that shows a little bit about you, as well as it's a good icebreaker, a good conversation starter. My third tip is, okay, so this can go either or. Always have like true photos of yourself. Siri's listening to me from the other room and it's creeping me out. My third tip is always have true photos of yourself in your profile, because most people will just have from like here up, and that doesn't give you a true depiction of like what they look like. I know it's a little shallow, but online dating is shallow, so you're just gonna have to deal with that. So I've had a few people where they haven't had that many photos of themselves, but I'm like, oh, they're kind of cute. And then I chat to them, and then the next best thing to do is get like a social media or a Snapchat or something like that, because then you start to see what they actually look like. Snapchat is the best thing, but if you don't want them to be too stalkery, I would probably go like Instagram or something, I guess. But even then, they're only depicting the best version of themselves, whereas if you get Snapchat, you get the everyday version of themselves, which is so much more exciting and more fun. Always have true photos of yourself. Like if you have 5 photos, in every one of them you're wearing sunglasses and like 20 meters from the camera, I ain't gonna be swiping on you because I don't know what you actually look like, and there has to be some physical attraction there for the date to go forward or whatever is happening. Tip number 4 is a really good one, and I find a lot of people don't do this. Be honest. Like, be honest what you're on there for. If you're on there for sex, say, I'm not interested in a relationship, I'm just wanting a hookup. If you're on there for friends, tell them that. If you're really wanting to date and find, you know, someone, tell them that too. Because you don't want to be chatting to someone who's just on there for sex and you're on there for dates, and then you guys meet up and like it's miscommunication when you first meet up, and then they end up ditching you, and it's, yeah, and then you get angry. That's how people get mad. They're like, they weren't honest with what they wanted. But honestly, did you ask them? Did you ask them if they wanted to date, or did you ask them if they wanted, you know, just like some fun, some friends with benefits? Be honest. Honestly, you're not gonna meet half these people, and there's always someone on there that is there for the same reason that you are. If you don't know what you're on there for, like moi, say that too. Remember, these people don't actually know you. So number 4 is my biggest tip for the whole thing, is be honest with people. And my final tip, which is a big Oprah tip, remember the people that you're talking to. So say if you match with a whole bunch of people and you're chatting to like all these people, I have a tendency of giving people my number, to be honest, because I don't have a tendency of turning the notifications on for the app. And if I'm genuinely interested in you or we're having a good conversation, I'm like, here, text me. And then they text me, and then I had to keep going back to the app to remind myself what they looked like, who they were. So you can match with as many people as you like. And like I said, everyone's on there for different reasons. Some people are just on there for a good chat. Some people are on there for dates. Some people are on there for sex. Some people are on there for friends. What my thing was, if you're going to be chatting to so many people, but like under so many different circumstances, this is my secret tip, is especially if you've got an iPhone, I screenshot their photo and then I save it to their contact. So I like know who I'm talking to, which sounds really bad. It's not like you've never met these people. Once you meet them, then you know who they are, but until you've met them, or like the girls I've met with, I don't need their photos next to their names, but the girls I haven't met with, I sort of need their photos next to their names, because I don't know if this one's the friend one, or if this one's the date one, or if this one's the whatever. That sounds really bad, but you know what? Honesty. Number 4, honesty. Honesty is the best policy. So if you're chatting to a whole bunch of different people, like, try to remember what you talked to them about, because it's really awkward when you ask them the same questions 4 times. Hashtag done that. So these are my 5 tips for online dating. If you have any more tips, any more tricks, I don't know, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys do. Let me know what's helpful for you. Because like I said, the first tip was very basic, and then the last couple were kind of like a little bit more into it, and that's how I wanted to do this whole thing. Anyway guys, thanks for watching my video. I am trying to get back into a weekly routine, and so hopefully I will see you here next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will talk to you guys soon. Bye. Yo, my name is Oprah and this is my spot. Take a seat and don't whine, cause that ain't a big shot. I was thinking we could make a little tribe, but that only works if y'all subscribe.